My name is Bernard. Hey, you guys are very low on energy. Actually, there is an Afro-Nation festival for people and by Kitenge, that's what the ring But my name is Bernard. I'm one of the co-founders at Sanifu, and part of the Sanifu team is here, so they can just trade Samson, Nathan, Evans. They're here to do sales, so they'll probably nudge you after the conference. So what we do at Sanifu is branch out at Sanifu to enable them to eliminate or reduce manual work. An example is let me use one of our clients, Chandari Industries. I think you all of you guys use probably consumer products from Chandari. And what these guys do is they get a lot of, say, purchase orders, even from neighbors, from Quickmart, from Chadarana, from Manchester, all these guys. And they have to employ a bunch of people to do manual entry of those orders into the ERP. So what Sanifu does is we do a full workflow automation where the AI is able to go read the email, understand what the email does, and take all that data directly into the system. So basically, it does what 90% of the work that an AI clerk is able to do. And it's sort of, I don't want to say replacing a clerk because we've had a lot of concerns from people saying that it's taking away job, but it enhances the level of their work. And yeah, so we have a bunch of use cases, like for example, so result entry, reconciliations for teams, and any other workflows that most of the companies locally have. We operate out of Nairobi office, but we have plants in Cape Town, Lagos, UK, and the US as well. So,
even with the current progress of where AI is moving, is it getting better? Are you able to do it better? How? And I guess also just because you mentioned the talent, is there any growth that you can see between the time you were doing YC to where we are right now in 25?
Well, there has been a massive growth. I think if you're in the AI space, I think as our fellow panelists here, it changes really fast. One day you're trying this model, GPT has released another 3.5 that you have to shift, and you have to also figure out how to ensure that software engineers are learning the new version. But right now we are quite stable, to be honest, because now these models have stopped changing a lot, and the improvement you're talking about, now the developers are learning really well. Actually, lab Kenyan developers, all our AI guys are Kenyan, and the good thing with local developers is they have to figure out how to make it work. Because if they don't, they know someone in San Francisco will get it done. So they have to sort of figure out how to make the system work for them.
So currently, how are you able to continue further? I think that's more or less whatever you can do.
I mean, most of the customers have their quite happy with the service. We actually service currently almost 20% of all manufacturers at the moment. So we have the likes of Chandari, Cross Industries, Waligo, and Kappa, they're really happy. We do have customers from countries like South Africa where uses are quite complex. We still have to make it work. So massive improvement, and we have to be good currently.
Alright,
one thing I would like to take forward. So this is a question I'd like to ask. How do you think as policymakers can be able to balance optimism and pessimism in terms of AI capabilities and risk?
When it comes to the training and modeling of AI models, it's very, very energy intensive, and we focus mainly on foreign dependency. We depend on Amazon and stuff like that, the foreign models. So how would you say, how would we, okay, as a Kenyan, I train artificial intelligence in Kenya, so how would you say, how would you tell us university students, so how would you stop carbon emission of artificial intelligence? Have you started, we have to care about our climate, that's one thing. So how would we reduce carbon emission?
team wants to kick us out, but at least you have something, a minute or so.
Very good. She was talking about the handling of institutions that require from what models. So, how most of this model, like if you're building a service on top of an AI or whichever service, much of the work that you do is on building what you call retrieval. It's a RAG. It's a technical term for building a software which basically the AI model natural. So when it's hallucinating, this system you build on top of here sort of suppresses that hallucination. So if, for example, you're processing a workflow for a client, say, currently we process thousands of documents per day, and like when it's processing that number of documents per day for a client, there's a very high likelihood that it might confuse, say, an invoice order with a code and then put that in a wrong account. So you have to sort of build a system on top of it, which never changes even if the model changes, which is where much of the resources get come in. So that means you need to, it's also building like another SaaS on top of AI. You can't just, we had a discussion a while back with a client where they're saying, okay, you guys are just uploading a document to Sanifu and then extracting the SKU and then posting. Can't I just upload it on GPT and then extract the documents? They did that within a week and they were the result they got was really bad. So much of the work again is being handled by software developers where you build the RAG component of what it means, which is basically a software which controls the AI model. So even if GPT was to release another version of the model, you're able basically to run that model without compromising what you have already built. So yeah, and to respond to a question, in terms of like what university students can do, I view it in two ways. First is like sort of operate like a normal person. If you want to solve a problem that is going to be globally competitive, you have to think like a top 1% person in terms of say engineering. Yeah? Because you're competing with someone in San Francisco who is drinking 20 cans of Red Bull per day. So how will you compete? You can't compete, yeah. So now if you want to say be just a normal person, a job person, and you want to get your normal job, just be familiar with all AI tools coming in. We were able to eliminate all the manual work from the data entry team. So what that team has now done is now they have sort of changed those roles into quality assurance managers for AI. Basically overseeing what the AI is doing. So instead of doing the data entry work and whatever, every morning you go in, you check what the AI is doing and approve and post. So how do you now as a student get into that world? So you need to be on top of things in terms of how the world is changing. Just want to get a good job.
So who are we here with?
Yeah, so I'm Dr. Lawrence Nderu. I'm the Chairman, Department of Computing. I'm also the founder of J-Hub Africa, which is a digital innovation hub, and also the co-founder of the Green Digital Innovation Hub that is found in Kansas City. Yeah.
So what can you tell guys about AI when you're not familiar?
So one of the things that I would say is that even from the conversations that we have had, AI provides an opportunity to reduce some of these repetitive jobs.
Yeah.
At this level, that is already well guaranteed. It's a question of trying to get it right.
Since we're in this place like almost form of a daily basis and you interact with businesses, with institutions, with government, how should they view AI as an additional component to their workforce in that once the workforce has been freed to do other things? What are these other things that the people keep talking about?
Okay, very nice question, because what is this that is the other thing that, for example, a person in the government who used to receive documents, now we are telling them go online, enter this document, the processing will occur. So the person who used to be in the background trying to read the file or even has already been substituted by the whole system. I think that's a very good question. And what I would say is, number one, is that one of the things that we are looking at even as we go ahead in the training of models, the whole pipeline is no longer automated fully, because we have not gotten to a point where we are getting 100% sent all around them. So some people now trying to do quality assurance in terms of the whole pipeline, and then also think about how now you can explore other markets. So the people who are doing other things like looking at that data, why not allow them now to start thinking of how can we package our products to be able to approach other markets?
And like for the employees and guys in the workforce who are looking at other future jobs in terms of how I will shape them, could you give us like the top 5 roles you think that will emerge in the next 20 years that are AI related or new things?
Yeah, one of them is AI engineer, AI ML engineer. That one I see is big. I also see issues of quality assurance, especially because as we get there, then also issues of natural language processing. There's a sort where I see people now language working within the language transition from one language to the other, especially because English is already well taken care of. How do we convert that to how do we work these kind of experts will be needed. So linguistics is something that I see will also be needed. Also architecture, AI architecture, because as we even in data science, a data engineer has to come in before the data science comes in. So I see also people, architecture, AI engineer who will be involved in the designing of the whole pipeline. It's a major aspect, thinking about what are the needs for an organization. And lastly, I would say really ethics. Ethics becomes important for each company because what is happening is that the role is going in a way assuming that AI is already mature. And that means that there needs to be a way, AI governance, AI ethics, those things, you need somebody in the company to be able to understand which are those that exist that we need to be
so much.
Thank you so much. Asante sana. And thank you for meeting.
Tell our guys what your name is.
Hi, so my name is Maria. I am a German lawyer, but I live in Kenya and I work with a Kenyan AI startup. It's called Jibu Docs.
So what do you guys do?
So basically, we take any type of document and we ingest it in or run it through our AI pipeline and then extract all the data. And we have built a research and knowledge management tool around it.
Oh, good stuff. So who are the users for the system at the moment?
So currently it's mainly lawyers and like Big Four, so a lot of accountants, regulatory, the whole legal space, or like any type of organizations that have a lot of documents that need to do a lot of data extraction and data reading.
Oh, good stuff. So you're going to take some jobs?
So for us, our tool is not it's not taking away the job of the lawyer, because at the end of the day, they have to do the research themselves. So it's more like making the research more efficient. And then I think even if you go further, like all the tools in the industry, yes, they can draft and everything, but they won't take away the jobs. It's just that the lawyer has more time to focus on like the real problems.
Yeah, there was this question that we always ask ourselves. Like once AI frees up people with from all the work, what do they do?
Yeah, me, I would be in course.
That's a Kenyan accent, right? Kenyan accent, yeah? You'll be in course.
I can't hide it, no.
You can't have fun the whole day.
Yeah, I know. I would still do something for my brain, I think.
What would be the other something?
Honestly, just a project that gets my brain engaged. And I feel like I'm doing something that has good impact.
How has been your observation so far in terms of like how AI is basically being used in Africa, the hardest of the problems, based on the experience for the past 2 years? That you think AI could be really useful in terms of the actual tough problems that people are facing on the ground, whether businesses or consumers? Some of the areas that you find interesting.
I mean, to be honest, I think especially agriculture, like food industry, education, and like more the NGO areas. But I think it will it's useful in any type of area of life where it's useful somewhere else also. It's just that Africa has a lot of workforce and Europe, for example, they don't. So they feel other pain points in terms of knowledge work and everything. But even a Kenyan lawyer, if you give them a tool that does the research more efficiently, they still have other tasks to do, or they just do more work. So I think at the end of the day, I don't want to say, so especially in the business part of it, I still feel like many of the AI solutions are they are the same as useful as they are here as they are somewhere else.
Oh, interesting. So if someone wants to learn more about you guys, where should they go to?
I think anywhere on social media. And the website is called jibudocs.com. We have free trials, 30 days, but I think you can always contact us also to get a demo, to talk to us, and we will explain it further.
Good stuff. And for Sanifu, just go to sanifu.ai for you to find out more. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Who are you?
Betty Chalo, AI Policy and Governance Consultant.
So tell us about AI. That's a tough question. The first.
For a layman, AI is just a computer that thinks like a human being. Remove the emotion, remove the intuition, remove the discernment, logic, basic thinking. 1 zeros, 1 zeros. What's the right path? What's the wrong path? That's it.
How are companies currently using AI in Africa from this?
Oh my God, in such diverse ways. You have people implementing it in agri-tech, edutech, fintech. I mean, just take any industry, ad tech, it's being done.
So what's an AI just for those who don't yet know?
Abilities put together and they're automated. It's like a workflow. Imagine giving, let's say you're my boss. Your workflow, it's a workflow.
It's a workflow, yeah.
Because let's say you're my boss and you tell me in the morning, open your email, respond to this client, generate an invoice, and then text me the feedback.
Yeah.
So you can summarize all of that automate all those processes and just create it into an AI workflow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you give like an example of how a business can use as such a workflow? To reduce cost or productivity or reduce labor?
Let's use the example that I learned from him today as well. So one of their clients, Kenchik, they receive so many orders, they receive inquiries from farmers. So let's say you wake up and you have your email inbox of 3,000 emails. How many clerks would sort out 3,000 emails?
Probably
50. You see, now those are 50 additional salaries, 50 additional work expenses, more HR work. So when you just quote unquote replace the task, if it's being done by an AI agent, one, it's done faster. 2, it's a cheaper cost. 3, it's easier for you to get let's say like a daily summary at the end of the day. You get to see what part failed, what part worked, how many emails are rejected, how many were approved, how many invoices are generated, how much money you got from the invoices that were sent in the morning, etc. It's endless possibilities that could have happened with a human being, yes, but it could have taken time, and you're also increasing the risk of failure because human beings are prone to failure, especially when they're frustrated, underpaid, and hungry.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you for the session. And for those who want to know more about Sanifu, where should they go?
They should go to Sanifu.ai.
So my name is Bernard. I'm one of the co-founders at Sanifu. And what we do at Sanifu is businesses work with Sanifu AI to enable them to reduce or eliminate repetitive work entirely. More on that can be found on the Sanifu.ai website. The experience today with regards to Afro Nation Festival has been exciting. I think we need more of these events, conferences, and seminars happening all over Africa so that we're able to sort of educate more businesses and more of the workforce in terms of how AI can be useful to the operations, be it in sales, be it in finance, be it in marketing, and basically any other sector really. And also it's quite useful for business owners. I think more business owners need to be, in such events so that they're able to see what are the upcoming technologies and where can they plug in much of the operations to these technologies. As any other technology, like for AI, really, there are 3 main things. Like for us, what we focus on at Sanifu is basically 1, reducing costs for the teams, improving productivity, and also being able to show that the solution can bring in efficiency to most of the teams. I'm excited to be at the Afro Nation Festival and see you at the Afro Nation Festival in October for anyone who didn't attend the side event. So pretty exciting. See you at the Afro Nation Festival, my good people.